back to my channel. So today what we're going to do is we are going to do my updated foundation routine. A few things have changed from the last time I did one. I did try and fill one a couple weeks ago, but it didn't go up and it was just a mess and it was horrible, so we're just going to do it again. So usually when I am going in to do my foundation and start all that good jazz, I push my hair out of my face just because I don't want to have hair all in my face. I guess that's the only reason why. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that really quick. There. Now I look fabulous. Okay, so usually what I do to start off is I will prime my face. Now I have been loving the Benefit POREfessional. This is the only high-end product that I will be using today. Otherwise, I like the Baby Face or Baby Skin by Maybelline. That is also really good. But before I do any of that, I have just woken up, and so I am oily and all that good jazz. So I do like to take my Clean and Clear Oil Absorbing Sheets and just kind of pat them on my face and get rid of all of the excess oils. It'll just make application a lot easier, and it'll make your makeup stay longer. It'll extend the life of your makeup. So I'm just going to go around my face, especially the place that I know I get most oily, which I get most oily right here, right in the creases of my nose. So I like to go ahead and get all that, and you can see all the nastiness. Look at that. That is so disgusting. Okay, so then after I'm done doing that, like I said, I have just woken up, so I do want to cleanse my face. I've washed my face, but I ate my breakfast and everything, so bacteria, dirt, everything's already back on my face. So one thing that I really like to use, and it's just like a 3-in-1 step, is the Simple Micellar Cleansing Water. It's kind to skin and it has no harsh chemicals. So before I even start putting anything on my face makeup wise, I do like to take some of this, put it on either some cotton rounds, or like here, because I ran out of cotton rounds, I'm using a little bit of toilet paper, and you don't need a lot of this at all. But I just go around my whole face, get everything extra off. Okay, so like I said, I usually do like to prime my face beforehand, just because you don't know what you're going to be doing throughout the day. So I'm going to go ahead with my Benefit POREfessional and put a little, you don't need a lot, literally I use that much, just a little dot on my finger, and I only put it in my T-zone. I work from my T-zone outwards. So I put a little bit on the bridge of my nose, I put a little bit right under my eyes, some on my forehead, and by my Cupid's bow, and on the top part of my chin. And I go ahead and I rub that all in. All right. So I did ask on my Facebook page on a Q&A status what people would like to see, and Kat commented and would like to see how to properly apply concealer. So I'm going to kind of mesh that in with this video rather than going ahead and filming a whole separate video when I've already done my foundation routine. We're just going to go ahead and incorporate that today, okay? So to start off with, I always start with my liquid foundation, and the one I'll be using today, I tried to pick all drugstore things just because I wanted it to be easier for you guys to go out and get them, even if you're on a budget. So I have a fake tan on right now. So my face, from washing it and everything, it doesn't really match my body. So I chose one a couple shades darker. And I'm just going to do 2 pumps of that. And this is the Dream Liquid Mousse by Maybelline. Love this. It is light and airless, or airy, weightless. I'm just going to go ahead and put that on a beauty blender. And we're just going to pat that all over our fake tip. This stuff is awesome, especially for summer, because it's so light and it's so easy to maintain. You don't have to keep powdering it, and it doesn't cling to any dry patches. I really like using a beauty blender because it blends out the makeup very seamlessly. It doesn't look like I'm wearing anything, and it just does a really good job of blending everything out, giving it that airbrush finish. Okay, so moving on to concealer. Usually what I like to do personally is I like to conceal and brighten. So I'm going to be using two different types of concealer today. I will be using the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio in the shade Light. And I will also be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Fair. So this one right now is about 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, and this one's about 2. So I'm going to use this one to conceal my dark under eye circles. So I'll put a little bit of that on my finger. Rub it in. And I'll just go ahead and put this all on my eye, like my eyelid, underneath my eye, and all that good jazz. Now that my under eye bags, or whatever you want to call them, is concealed, I'm going to go ahead in with this Fit Me, and I'm going to make triangles. And the reason why you want to do this is it'll lift your face. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go from my tear duct off kind of diagonally from my face. And then I'm going to bring it up my cheekbone and fill it in. So what I meant by it's going to lift your face, by taking it up your cheekbone, it's going to highlight that area as well, rather than your under eyes just having these big white spots. So we're going to go ahead and do that on this side as well. All right, and so now that that's done, what I like to do after I've highlighted my under eyes is I'd like to take a little bit of whatever's left and bring it down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, right on my Cupid's bow, and right on my chin. So now that I look like I have some war paint and I'm ready to go to war, what I'm going to do is, for everything other than my under eyes, I'm going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender to start. Now when it comes to my under eyes, I'm going to start with my fingers, and I'm going to use my ring fingers because you don't want to tug and pull. That'll create wrinkles, and that's not a cute look at all. So we're going to go ahead with our ring fingers because they're very delicate, and we're just going to start blending that in. Now, if you go in and there's any harsh lines, you can go ahead with the tip of your Beauty Blender and just work around them and blend it into your foundation. I'm going to go ahead and do the same on this side. Okay, so one big thing that I have absolutely hated all throughout my makeup experience is creasing, especially because I have oily skin when it comes to around my nose and under my eyes and on my eyelids. So a product that I have found that works phenomenally, and it is literally $2, is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. This bad boy will set my under eyes and it will not budge all day. If they made a powder like for your whole face for this, I would definitely buy it. This stuff is amazing. It is a holy grail for me, and I swear by it. I've been using it now for probably about 2 or 3 years. And the first person that introduced it to me was Shannon from ShanXO. I bought it because of her. So I'm just going to go ahead in with a tulip brush and apply that under my eyes. And it also helps with the brightening thing that I was talking about earlier. And I like to put it on my eyelids as well. Okay, so once I have my under eyes set, a powder is definitely a necessity for me. A lot of people will just go ahead and leave their face how it is without putting powder on it, but for me it's a necessity because I have oilier skin. So to set everything, I'm going to go in with my EcoTools large powder brush and some Rimmel Stay Matte. And I'm going to focus more on my T-zone. And then whatever's left over on the brush, I'll just go ahead and buff it over the rest of my face. Now, if you know me, you know bronzing is definitely a do for me. So something that I really like to use is a foundation that is a couple shades darker than my skin tone. So the one I'm going to be using today is the L'Oreal True Match. And I'm going to take this on a Sonia Kashuk number 30 brush, and it's just a nice flat top bronzing brush, and go ahead in the hollows of my cheeks and work that all around. We're just doing a light contour and a light bronze today, so bring that up on my temples. And basically what you want to do is you want to make a heart shape with your face. So anything that you want to pull forward, anything you want to highlight, you want to make a heart shape. So going from your eyebrows around your face is the heart shape. Everything else you want to hide. You want to make it more in depth. So you're going to contour that. So highlighting is the front part of your face, and everything around it will be contour. The reason I say that is because features that you want to bring forward, like high cheekbones, you're definitely going to want to bring those more forward. So those will be highlighted. Things that you want to hide, such as if you're like me and have chubbier cheeks, you want to contour those so they sink in. Anything you want to hide, you want it to be dark. And if you want that chiseled chin look, you just go ahead and contour right there and highlight the surface. If you guys would like a more in-depth contouring routine, let me know in the comments down below, and we can get that done for you. So now, because this is a light contour routine, I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit and under my lip. And the reason why I do my nose and under my lip is because my nose, when I was younger, I ran into a wall and I had a huge knot on my head, but I also kind of made my nose a little weird. I have a lump on my nose that I like to hide, so I definitely like to contour the sides of it so you can't tell that there's a lump there. So my nose right now looks pretty straight. I'm just going to blend that down. And then for my lip, I have a nice full upper lip, but my bottom lip does not match my upper lip as much. So what I like to do is I like to put a little bit of bronzer or contour underneath that, and that'll pull my lip more forward, so it'll make the appearance of a fuller lip. And then to finish everything off, I'm just going to go ahead with a blush. And this is also a L'Oreal True Match blush. This is in the shade Rosy Outlook. I'm just going to lightly dust that on my face. And then I can take my hair out. And go ahead and go about my day. So if you guys have any other questions on how I do my face makeup or contouring or highlighting, anything like that, leave them in the comments down below, or go ahead onto my Facebook page, Makeup by Marissa, and leave a comment on there. I will be uploading this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hugs, kisses, mwah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!